All right. Well, Vintage Cube has returned to Magic Online. This is my first double stream in a while. I was playing No Money Magic in the morning, playing some Arena Standard and Arena Draft, Edge of Eternities. But Vintage Cube went live this afternoon, so decided to fire it up again. Um, I did a couple single limb classic queues a couple days ago because they were allowing people to use QPs, like old QPs, to enter. So I was trying to get the value out of that. I still had some left over that I didn't get to use just because of time, but it was nice to be able to use those up. Okay, pack one, pick one. This is a good pack. Invasion of Ikoria is back in the cube. It it was always kind of a last pick card last time it was in the cube, so I don't know, maybe it'll be better this time. Certainly not what we're going to take here. The card we're going to take is already highlighted. It's Mana Crypt. But there's also a Flash and Fable of the Mirror Breaker, both excellent first picks if you're not going to take power. Mana Crypt is essentially power. I mean, it's close enough. Taxing Probe, also good. It kind of drops off from there a little bit, but yeah, Fable, Flash, Crypt, all great. Happily take a Crypt. Ooh, man, Broadside Bombardiers is a very good follow-up to Crypt. Just have a turn one Bombardiers, and you can throw the Crypt and not bolt yourself every turn. Pretty sweet. Oko, also very strong. Bombardiers is probably better anyway. Also just better with Crypt. Felia is great, but I think Bombardiers is a little better. It's also the only red card here, which is nice. So I'll snag that. See where we go from there. This pack is not quite as good, at least not for the start I have. Dauthi Voidwalker's strong. X-Drinker's pretty good. I like Monstrosity. Plateau, Verdant, both pretty good lands to take. Verdant's a good fetch. I mean, it doesn't necessarily go with Bombardiers right away. But I do like the red-green or like Naya colored kind of creature decks, like Ursine Monstrosity and Hexdrinker are good in. You end up with a lot of threes in all those colors. So I don't necessarily need to prioritize Monstrosity. I'd actually kind of rather just take Plateau if I want to force that archetype. Or I just end up being red white or like red splashing white for something, whatever. So I think I'm kind of between Plateau and Hexdrinker. Verdant's a stronger land in general, but Plateau's kind of nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the land. I mean, I'm pretty certain I'm gonna play Bombardiers, so getting good fixing for it is nice. Speaking of 3-drops, I mean, this is kind of can be a 2 at sometimes, but Yuffie or whatever steals a non-creature artifact for as long as you control it. So obviously it works good with cheap mana rocks and stuff. There's also an Ancient Tomb here, another great way to get the Bombardiers out early, along with Lelia, Yuffie. I think I'll actually just be taking a Lelia here. I know I said I can get a bunch of 3-drops, but Lelia is one of the better ones. And just getting like turn 1 Crypt Lelia is a pretty easy way to win. Yep, I'll take that. The correct pick might be Tomb, but Lelia is a pretty premier 3-drop. Nova Hellkite, also good. We can just stay red here. But Caracas is also very strong, as well as Scalding Tarn. Dismember too. But if we're going to be in red-white, you don't really need Dismember as much as some other archetypes, like blue-green maybe. So I'm leaning more towards Caracas. You can save your own legends like Lelia, and then you can bounce opposing ones, which there are a ton of. See if we can wheel Magda or something, or maybe even Hellkite. Man, I do want to take the Tarn. I think Caracas is just too strong. Now we get a Burst Lightning, a Badlands. We could definitely be black. Take a Badlands. I like Prismatic Ending. There's a Fatal Push, Burst Lightning. I'll just take Burst Lightning. I think Ending is fine, but I'm definitely leaning more red than any other color, so Caracas, you don't have to be white, you know. It's better if you are, but okay. I'll just keep taking red cards, I guess. Take a Death Greeter's Champion. They're great 3 that can also kind of be a 4. It's actually it's usually better as a 4. Like if you, every time I end up playing Death Greeters as a 3, it's usually because I have to block, not because I want to play it on 3. Or you know, sometimes it just like fits the curve better. It's just more flexible. But it's the best when it's at its best. It's usually when you're playing it for 4, and you get in like your opponent's tapped out. They try to hit you in a racing situation, and then you hit them for like 15. You know, in one shot. Throw a double strike on your big guy. Ooh. Okay. Deep Cavern Bat is a good card to be coming this late, which means black is probably pretty open. I mean, red has also been open, but as far as a color to pair it with, we could take a bat. That being said, we have a pretty aggressive start. Bat is not necessarily an aggressive card. It's more of a grindy red-black card or, you know, whatever. It doesn't have to be red, but black card. So I could just take Sacred Foundry or Kavu. I already have a Plateau. I think Kavu is actually pretty solid. As long as I don't end up with too many other 4s. Carnage Interpreter. This card's okay. Not so great with Crypt, but could still play it. Dark Confidant also pretty strong. Orcish Lumberjack, if we end up green, could be something. I don't know, maybe I'm forcing a little too hard, but I'll just keep taking red cards. Containment Priest now, Jetmir's Garden, Twisted Landscape. There's a few of these in here now. Taps for a colorless, or you can use it as kind of a slightly weaker Terramorphic Expanse, Evolving Wilds type thing. Alright, I'll take Containment Priest. First white card here. We get a late Voidwalker. Tarfire, Fire Blast. This seems like a Fire Blast list. Arwen, sure. Could end up Naya, I guess. I like Halfling, but I'm just going to go Magda. Take a Badlands. Alright, we're set up to play black also now. Pretty good start. Crypt and some good 3s. Alright, pack 2, pick 1. Mutagenic Growth is another new card in the set, or in the set, in the format. There's no Braid. Birds of Paradise is strong. Oliphant, Steam Vents, Spellbinder. Spellbinder is good. White didn't seem like super open though. Maybe I just take Oliphant or Braid. I mean, Growth would probably be fine. Birds if I end up doing the Naya thing. Green seems kind of open. I'm just gonna take a Braid. There's a decent chance we end up just being mono red. I mean, Oliphant would be good there, but it's not as good as in a multicolor list. Paraglyph is great, so I'm gonna slam that. There's not really much else anyway. Fury, also great. Would love to have Wooded Foothills for potential splashes. Legolas's Quick Reflexes is back in. Split second protection spell. Slash bite spell if you want it to be that. Yep. Foothills is great, but I'm going to take Fury. So right now, Containment Priest, Interpreter, not looking so great. Interpreter's fine. If I don't end up with a lot of good playables, I'll still throw it back in. I just have a feeling it's not going to make it. Well, this is not a great sign. It doesn't mean that red's being cut. In fact, I doubt that that's the case since I cut red pretty hard. But there are no good red cards in this pack for me. There is a Shieldred, and we have 2 black lands we picked up at the end of the last pack. There's a Zeator's Proving Ground if I wanted another Jund-ish land. I don't think I do. There's a Starting Town, which is just kind of generally good if I want to play another color. Shield is a little tough because it's not only a 4-drop, but it's double black. So I think I just take Starting Town. Now we get Greater Gargadon, Mind Collapse as our red cards. Not exciting. But Mind Collapse is fine. I think I'll take that. I'm not like... I mean, I do have kind of hefty removal already in our creatures. But I just don't think I'm going to really want Gargadon. Seems like. Doesn't feel like that kind of deck. Wow, Ragavan. It's pretty big. Palace Jailer's still here. I could play that. But Ragavan's great, and I'm looking like just going to be mono red, so hopefully Wheelbone Crusher if possible. But I'll take the monkey. So red's definitely not getting cut. It was just that one pack was a little odd. I've liked Evora. I think this card's been solid. I've also really liked Detective Phoenix, though. This deck doesn't seem like it's going to be able to utilize the Phoenix quite as well as some other ones. Although it is very good with Fury. If I will, the Oliphant makes it a lot better. You just can immediately collect evidence. Yeah, I don't know. I do like it, but I'm going to take Yabora. I think Yabora is solid. Blackleaf Cliffs if I wanted to still get more black fixing for whatever reason. But I think Chandra's worth taking. Kind of makes a lot of 4s, but it's kind of what I was saying when I took Kavu. You can potentially end up with a lot of 4s, but... Alright, we got the Oliphant back. That's pretty big. I kind of wish I took the Phoenix now, but maybe it'll wheel if red's really open. Mutagenic Growth also. Yeah, a lot of green coming around. Quick Reflexes. Sunfall. Put 1 less Sunfall in the world. Gargadon Wield. Probably more likely to play Eagles. Sunbillow. I think the Sunbillow pack was the Detective Phoenix pack. Alright, pack 3. Pick one. Slickshot Show Off is a new one. To the cube. Cares about non-creature spells. Which I don't actually have that many of, despite having lots of creature-based removal. I think I'm just going to take Othari. Actually, no. I think I'm going to take Chain Lightning. I think we need more cheap spells. I have essentially 3 4-drops plus Chandra Mind Collapse. I mean, Chandra is a 4-drop. Mind Collapse cannot be a 4-drop. I almost said Mind Collapse cannot be a Mind Collapse. But yeah, I'm going to take Chain Lightning. And I don't think we'll wheel Othari. It's definitely possible if red's open enough, but this pack overall is not insane, so wouldn't be surprised if somebody's playing some 4-color nonsense that wants Othari. It's a really strong 5-mana haster, but I feel like I just want my curve a little lower. So I'll take the cheap burn. Yeah, like now we get a card like Fiery Confluence, and imagine if I took Othari and then I'd take F4 after that. It's like not great. We do have Mana Crypt for Urza Saga, but not a lot of other artifact stuff going on. Ragavan can make treasures. Eivor can make blood tokens. Magda can make treasures. Those are artifacts, but they're also ones that you want to like use immediately and not buff up your artifact token thing. Saga's still a strong card, but I think I just take Confluence. Confluence is just such a great finisher. Okay. Dragon's Rage Channeler, not the best in this deck, but it's kind of good with Pyroglyph to throw things in the bin early. Especially get like lands in the yard when we don't have any fetches. But I could also take Prismatic Vista, and if I wheel Othari, it's a lot better. Sometimes in decks like this too, you just kind of want to, you just play a fetch anyway to get in the deck of lands. But it's not very important. I mean, I'd probably play Channeler. Yeah, I think I would play the Channeler. Get a Firebolt now. Sure. Berserk is back. Force of Vigor is back. Seething Song. I mean, like I said, I do have a lot of fours. I guess it's possible it could do something. Inspiring Vantage. Wheel of Fortune. There's a world where I play Wheel of Fortune. It's better in lower curve lists, but the Psychic Frog should not be here. But it's not like I can take it, so I'll happily take a Flame Slash. So we're currently pretty solid against like creature-based decks for sure. I think we're going to struggle against combo stuff a little bit because I don't have a very fast clock in the early game. Only have 2/2 drops. Okay, Fear's pretty good. Ooh, Pyrokinesis. Also solid. Alright, it's looking like I'm not going to need these lands. We'll see if we end up with a white card or not. It's looking like I might have to play Interpreter. I don't think we're going to get too many more playables. Could play the wheel also. I mean, it's decent with Goyf and like Channeler. Alright, we wheeled the Othari. I mean, I can definitely play it. I'm going to play Caracas anyway. I have Plateau, Starting Town, Oliphant. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Taiga, Mishra's Bauble. Mishra's Bauble doesn't actually seem too bad. Puts an artifact in the yard. Could trigger Channeler if we play it. Turn 1. Yeah, I'll play Bauble. Blood Crypt, Paragon. Whatever. I'll play Vantage, I guess. Triome. Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of black fixing. I could have taken any black card pretty much if I wanted to play any. But we ended up with a pretty good deck here. So I could run 17 lands and this, or I could run 16 and play Wheel of Fortune. Or I could run 17 and swap out Wheel of Fortune for something else. I think I'm just going to run this. Seems good. I'll play 17 or like 16 plus Crypt is what I'll play, or 15 plus Olivant Crypt, if you want to look at it that way. Um, yeah, seems solid. I think we can just jump right in. There are definitely times when Wheel of Fortune can be good, but I don't know. I just feel like my curve's not quite low enough for me to really love the prospect. Like I do have Crypt though, which can accelerate stuff out, and then you want to jam a wheel. It's just I don't know. I think it's overly risky. Keep Mind Collapse on the board for now. I think my other stuff's better. Yeah, just add a bunch of mountains. I don't think I need a plains. Sweet. Oh, I can play Sun Below. I kind of wish it was red first. That's annoying. Hmm. Oh well. If I don't have, I mean, I really only get punished if it's like, if my opening hand is like Caracas and Verge, you know. But I think I can live with that. Famous last words. All right, let's run this. All right, we have a crypt. We have a mountain. We have various other things. I'm gonna keep this. We're on the draw, so I could draw a 3-drop yet. I guess they'll take the crypt, huh? Bummer. Would they exile Metamorphosis? Fair enough. Let's see if they have the reanimate also. Yep. Snap the crypt. Well, this hand just became pretty bad. If we draw land, it's not so bad, but Grief into Mountain. Okay. Sure. I don't have any instant speed burn, so I'm not gonna like I can't bolt it before draws to surveil. Yeah, missed a land. See if we can dig for one now. I'm sure it'll be on top. Ragavan. That's actually kind of tempting to keep, but against red-black, it's pretty likely it just dies. Though they didn't kill the channeler. I guess they figured they'd block. Yeah, I just have to bin it, unfortunately. I have three types in the yard already, though. Brutality. Oh, Bronco. Okay. Yep. Another 4-drop. Great. All right. Slash it. Surveil. To the yard. Discard a Psychic Frog. Okay. They play Mox and pass. Draw the land. Okay. What do you got? Deluge for one? Oh. Discard a card, huh? Mm. They're killing Magda, so I'll just discard a instant. Pretty far off from playing Fire Blast. Now that makes the Chandler 3/3. Probably should have discarded one of these fours, I guess, but I'm not really gonna be fire blasting unless something really weird happens. And they just like don't do anything to my Chandler. I get him down to 4 somehow. Of course, that would mean I draw lands, which would mean I get to play my 4s anyway. So I think we're fine. My draws have been kind of unlucky, but my opponent's luckily not applying very much pressure. They're also missing land drops. Jesus. I mean, literally every 4 and 5 in the deck I've drawn. This is kind of ridiculous, but like I said, my opponent's also struggling over there. Looks like they're playing blue. Bitter Triumph, pay 3 life. Okay. Go ahead. Gotta reanimate. Joke's on you, sucker. Uh, this is a weird game. All right. Why did you not play those last game or last turn? Mishra's Bobble. Awesome. That's sick. I mean, I want to just Fury the Evora, but hmm. I'll do it on the Arab Keep because they have hand disruption. I mean, I have a lot of good stuff they can disrupt, but actually no, I'll just do it now because if I draw like a braid or something, yeah, I'll just do it now. I have a lot of stuff they can take with like a Thoughtseize effect, so Chrome Mox is their draw. That's fine, I think. Yeah, whatever. We take the card advantage hit a little bit, but just gonna get that thing out of here. Otherwise, they just get the loot to good stuff, and I'm still sitting here doing nothing. I got plenty of other things to play, so. Alright, the Mox is gone. They found their blue source. They pass, okay. Find 2 lands. I still don't have anything to do. Really odd game. Turn 9 and feels like we've done absolutely nothing on either side. There we go. There's some action. I think I'm going to start with Chandra. Kavu's already gone, so I guess that's kind of the only option. I'm pretty sure they know I have Chandra, so it's possible they have another haster they're trying to set up here to kill Chandra and keep things rolling. Not sure. Ah, Bowmasters. Yeah, that works. That works. All right. If I draw land, I'll probably just Othari and hope they don't have a draw 7. Evora. One each creature, destroy target artifact. Alright, there we go. Nice little sweep. And then I've got Burst Lightning can deal 4. If I draw land, I can slam with Othari. Let's see what they got for 4. Okay. I mean, they could have a counterspell, but here she comes. Alright, now they're dead to Burst Lightning. See what they got. Shores. Firebolt. And nothing. Okay. GG. Yeah, we don't really have a sideboard. Definitely not playing Wheel of Fortune against Orcish Bowmasters. Containment Priest could be good. Seems like a deck that would have recursion. I think I have enough white sources to warrant it. It doesn't have to be a turn 2 play. The rest of my white cards are double white. Can't really consider those too much. Mind Collapse could be good, especially against something like a Psychic Frog. You want to deal a lot of damage to it. It's not the best, of course, because like even if you deal 5 to a Psychic Frog, if they're able to save it, it's like, yeah, you made them discard a bunch of cards, but they also have a 5/6 Psychic Frog or more. You know, you didn't actually do all that much. This makes the card so crazy. Flame Tongue seems like it's got enough targets though. It is pretty weak to like Kolaghan's Command as a 4-drop, but it's a built-in 2-for-1 already, so if it dies to something, it's not a big deal. Mm. I mean, Interpreter drawing cards against Bowmasters might be something. I guess maybe some of my 1 toughness things are a little dead to Bowmasters, but I have several of them, so I can't take them all out. It's kind of tough. Yeah, it's got like the Kabu, I guess. And looks okay. Discard a land to Fear. Okay, get a Pyro. A lot of burn in hand. They didn't have Bowmasters last turn, but I still don't think it's correct to just jam Death Greeters out here into open mana. I guess I do have Pyrokinesis back up though. Maybe I should have just jammed. Here's the thought of the Inquisition or something. Oh, Bone Shards, discard Fanatic. Okay. Now you're gonna recur the Fanatic. Wow, they do have Bowmasters. Interesting. Okay. Fair enough. I'll just take 2. Polygon's command. Get the Fanatic back. Yep. And I discard a card. I mean, hopefully they just jam the Fanatic for no value, or no other value. That'd be nice. Nope, it's gonna be Scarlet. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna force me to kill something. Their last card's Fanatic. I mean, they get something back, but it's a 4/5, I think. Or no, it's a 4/4, right? I think it's a 4/4. And I am just gonna kill it. I know they can get it back next turn, but they could have just gotten a different thing back. It's kind of an awkward draw. It's okay though. I'll just go kick Burst Lightning. I assume they get the Scarlet back. I think that's what I have to Burst Lightning, not the Fanatic. To deal with the 4/4 later. Maybe I didn't do that right, but whatever. I probably should have left the Harvester and the token and killed Bowmaster's Scarlet, and then I'd have the ability to kill more stuff. Of course. Alright. I mean, could still be relevant. A little late to the party, though. At least their Bowmasters is gone, so don't have to worry too much about drawing the cards. Alright, I have a 5/5, you have a 4/4 lifelink, plus 2 cards. Immediately pitch a land. And pass the turn. Or pass to second main for some reason. Caustic Bronco, okay? Mountain. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, let's just kill the Bronco. No real reason to attack, I don't think. I deal 5 to them, they deal 4 to me and gain 4. Yeah, removal. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, now I have to deal with Fnatic somehow. Caracas. Othari. Fire Blast is funny. Alright, let's draw again. Mountain. Let's draw again. Flame Slash, that's better. Just do that. Start the long road, taking them down from 21. That's a lot of lands. It's okay though. I should have just played Caracas. Whatever. That was dumb because now I can't hardcast Fire Blast. But whatever. I don't really need all these lands anyway. Just sack them. Opponent drawing blanks apparently, or at least not cards they want to play right now. So now I can protect Magda with Caracas for whatever that's worth. All right, Oliphant's a big beater. Let's attack. I guess I'll keep a mountain. Just cows. I mean, if they play something like Lily, I'm sure they're gonna make me sack a creature and not discard a card, but you never know. Shieldred. Okay. Mana Crypt. Not gonna play that. Alright, GG. Sweet. 1-0 with red splashing Othari. I mean, it's a pretty good deck, I'd say. Got Crypt. Some good burn. Pretty good threats once you get up to the 3 and 4 spot. Yeah, seems fine if my stuff survives. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and show the Caracas. It's possible they could go like turn 2 him to Turok, and I'd rather have the Caracas out than in my hand. Deep Cavern, okay. So I assume that they will take Bombardiers, but I can just abrade it. Keeps me off Bombardiers though. Maybe they just take Abrade, I don't know. Yeah, they take Bombardiers. Seems good. Ooh. Chain Lightning. It's not an instant though. If it was an instant, I could go Death Creatures, attack, get a treasure, then Lightning. I still kind of want to be able to play 2 things though. No, I'll just abrade and then we'll play Othari next turn if I draw land. Keep the Caracas up to save the Magda if necessary. Your thoughts he's now? Oh, Unearth. Sure. They probably just take the Chain Lightning now because I have enough mana. Oh, they take Bombardier still? I don't think that's correct. But I guess they make me use the Chain Lightning, so whatever. I mean, if they have removal, Othari's not great. I could also protect it with Caracas later once I acquire more treasures, so maybe I just go like land, Chain Lightning. And then Bombardiers. Not protect Magda this turn. I think I still throw. They didn't have removal for Bombardiers, so it's unlikely that they have it for Othari. Alright, GG. Might as well get the damage in while I can. Opponent says GG. So GG to them. Yeah, once again, no real sideboard. I mean, Containment Priest we brought in and could have been very effective, but we just drew it a turn late last match. Could very well be very good against the opponent this time too, but they didn't really play enough cards for me to really know if they're Reanimator. Oh, you know, what am I saying? They played on Earth. Yeah, I guess we can bring it in. They probably have more Reanimator stuff. I was even gonna say, like, if they're mono black or like heavy black, that's mainly the incentive to be playing black, is either playing control like removal spells or just playing Reanimator. So odds are decent that Containment Priest will be relevant. I could just drop Kabu again. Don't know how creature heavy they actually are. It seemed like they were just missing a color. It's hard to tell what their whole game plan is based on that game. But I'm okay cutting Kabu again. Alright, we have Channeler into Bobble. Pretty good start there, especially with Goyf later on. It's a keeper. I do like the addition of starting town. I like it a lot better than Mana Confluence. Obviously, it has the potential to be a tap land, but it's really nice to be able to tap it for colorless and not have to pay life every time. Fire Blast always on the far left of the hand. Yeah, we'll go Channeler into Bobble, hopefully. Looks like they're red-black again. 2 red-black opponents in a row. Oh, 2 Grixis opponents in a row. They were stuck on 2 colors. Interesting. Let's see. I think I start with Plateau. It's possible they could have Wasteland or something, but it's fine. I have starting town at least. Can still add white if necessary. So they're playing Unearth. Decent chance they're playing Oculus also, if they're also blue. Which is a pretty strong one to Unearth. You know, could have any number of things. Psychic Frog is great with that kind of deck too. It's great in any blue-black deck, of course, but alright. Play Bobble, Surveil. Ragavan's fine. I'll crack on their upkeep so they don't get to steal the Ragavan. It's like a bat or something. Swamp, sure. Play Island. I draw the monkey and what else? Mountain. All right, see if this works. They may also have Bowmasters like the last opponent. Unholy Heat, sure. I mean, not playing Mountain there, it does mean that we can't Fire Blast for instant Delirium. But I don't anticipate sacrificing my only 2 lands. I mainly wanted to get Starting Town down before we draw something like Caracas that we need to play. And then we end up playing Starting Town like after the 3rd turn, you know? Alright, I mean, they probably just have more removal, but kind of have to just play my stuff. Oh, that's a bummer. At least they didn't get to use the rest of the mana there. Like they didn't get a big benefit from Stern Scolding costing 1, you know? Alright, let's go if you for 4. Unless you have a counter. Snuff outs. Wow. Okay. They go to 9. I have a Fire Blast in hand. Fairy Mastermind. Sure. Attacking. Interesting. Othari. I mean, this threatens lethal. I feel like they have something, but we shall see. So, like I said, I can make instant Delirium here. Land plus instant. Hit him for 4. With the blast plus 3 in the channeler. Alright, they're letting me attack, so I think this is game. We'll see, though. They're looting after letting me attack. Okay, Dak Faden. Crack the Vista. I mean, even if they kill Othari at this point, I'm fine. Oh shit. You know what? I messed up. Yeah, I actually messed up. I should have Fire Blasted before damage, because that way if they counter it... Yeah, that was poor. That way if they counter it, I still win because of Channeler. Opponent said, good luck in your next round. GG's. Alright, 2040 with little mono red Splash no Thari here. Up against 2 Grixis opponents. little bit of a misplay there, but didn't get punished. Ooh, we have Crypt. Yeah, to keep. Bobble Island. Pass. Okay. Maybe should have just discarded land. Because I essentially get 3 draws at another one. Because I get the fear draw plus the bobble draw plus draw for turn. So probably should have ditched that. Plains. Okay. Goif. Pretty good. Win the flip. Seems like a deck Fiery Confluence is going to be good against. Let's attack. Definitely not Kavu. Doesn't have the modern templating. I'd have to deal 4 to one of my creatures. Alright, they don't bounce Fear. Mox Ruby. Can I borrow that? Urza. Uh-oh. I don't think I pyro that. I think I let them have the mana here. Because I have Kabu. Because I couldn't stop them from bouncing with Spellbomb. They just tap Spellbomb for blue, bounce, like sacrifice and bounce. So if they want to save the Urza, they can. I guess I could just Kabu the token. Win the flip again. But maybe I'll just... Huh. This is kind of tough, actually. I think it's actually worth it to pitch the Othari to Pyrokinesis in response if they try to bounce. Yeah, play land first, I guess. Play around days for what it's worth. Let's try to kill Urza. Okay, down to Fiery Confluence. We can blow up some artifacts or just hit him for 6. Or some combination of the two. We got Counterspell mana up. They also had counterspell mana up last turn and didn't play it, so not sure what to think. Yeah, win the flip again. Okay, so I have some options here. I think if I just attack, let's see, I could blow up Staff, Ruby, deal 1 to everything, and Construct would die also. And then just get in with my guys. Adds a sword to the yard, so that's 8, it's 10. Hmm. If I just attack with these, yeah, let's try that. That might have a counter here. 1 damage to each, destroy 2 artifacts. Nice. Don't get the delirium, so I can't double attack. See if they have a wrath here. Nope. Okay. GG. That's cool. So blue-white artifacts, Urza and stuff. Mind Collapse might be decent if they're jamming Urza. Don't need Containment Priest. Wheel of Fortune's not good. They're going to dump their hand pretty quick, usually, I would assume. I don't think I'll bring Mind Collapse in. I have a lot of ways to kill Urza already in the main. I've got Fury, Pyro, Fire Blast in a pinch. Flame Tongue Kavu, Pyroglyph can potentially, Chandra. Like, I have a lot of ways to kill Urza already without bringing in the collapse. Yeah, just jam this. Hope for another good performance. Don't think I can keep a 5-lander. Opponent mulliganed also. I guess I'll be keeping a 4-lander. Not starting in the starting town today. Or this game, rather. I've done it today. Oh, I also forgot about Flame Slash. Flame Slash also kills Urza. I have like 5 or 6 ways to kill him. Potentially. Staff. Kind of want to just go ahead and kill that. It's annoying with the Magda. Yeah, sure. Because that way if I draw a 3-drop, I don't have to worry about jamming the Burst Lightning in there. In the mana. Ooh, Workshop could be bad for me. See what they got. Uh-oh. The Shorekai or something? Oh, Mightstone, Weakstone. Draw 2. Dang, okay. Solid. See if they have any follow-up artifacts. Oh, it's gonna be a quick Sword of the Meek combo. Need to draw like Fiery Confluence. We draw Caracas. Not completely useless, but also not great. Need some action here. I mean, as long as they don't immediately have Thopter Foundry. I mean, this is the 2-0 bracket, but they have Mox Ruby Ancestral. Yeah, it looks like it's the Foundry. Damn. So you can activate it twice right now. I need to draw Confluence right now. Kavu's like another really bad draw. I'll give it like one more turn, and then I'm probably just scooping. I know I can bounce Urza with Caracas, but I'm just going to do this. They make a thing. I bounce Magda. And Soul Ring? What the fuck kind of draft did they have? Soul Ring, Ancestral, Mox Rupee. Wow. I mean, congrats. I'm glad we got one dub. And of course, they have the Urza too. So now it's just GG. Yeah, on to the game 3. See if we can get a quick win on the play. Need to draw Confluence, basically. No sideboard. Alright, let's jam. No Crypt, but we have a Ragavan. Plus Fury. Didn't see a ton of interaction from them, so hopefully this Ragavan does some good work. Famous last words. Crypt would still be a good draw. Okay, Spellbomb is interaction, but not that crazy. Sun Below. Attack with the monkey. Exile Swords to Plowshares. That's interaction. Alright, let's play Lelia post combat. Pass the turn. Nothing on 2. See what they bounce. I assume it'll be Lelia. It's okay, I'll just play your stuff. Kappa Cannoneer. Not quite. Not quite. I think I still jam this out. Trinket Mage, okay. Get your Ruby or something. Shadow Spear. So, Soul Ring, duh. That too. Ooh. Death Creator's Champion's pretty solid here. It's Firebolt. Oh, I should have given Ragavan double strike. That was dumb. I was just thinking more damage, but should have given the damage trigger monkey a double strike. Probably would have been smarter. But I guess we win anyway. GG. Little turn 4 victory. Nice. First draft, first trophy. That's how it's done. Kinda. Opponent had a very strong deck, but mono red on the play can get there. That's oftentimes what the artifact deck can struggle with, is especially if you don't just have Soul Ring Mox to begin with. If your deck isn't playing very much interaction, which they actually were playing Aether Spellbomb and Swords. We just exiled the Swords and pushed through the Spellbomb. But yeah, that'll do it for that draft. I'll do at least one more. We do have momentum after all. Just on the top of the leaderboard because nobody has 2 trophies yet. That's funny. It's lonely at the top. Except, I guess, when 20 other people have the same record as you. I do kind of want to try the new archetypes they put in. They put the Power Matters cards back in the set. It's kind of like a teamer, mostly green red, but there's some like Krasis and stuff in blue that cares about power. Looks like you can get some silliness going. All right, open the pack to find nothing exciting. We have a Dreadhorde Arcanist, whatever. It's back in the cube to support wizard / power matter stuff. If I really wanted to force it, I guess I could just take that and take all the red-green stuff. But honestly, I think if I'm going red-green, I'd just take Hexdrinker anyway, even though it's not like one of the synergy cards. It gets big pretty quick. I mean, the strongest cards here are probably Balance and Fractured Identity. Mother of Runes is also very good. Mono white. Or really any like white-based creature deck. White, red, white, green. Could just take Fractured. But, just go Drinker. Maybe we can wheel the Arcanist. Do this whole Power Matters nonsense. I think Birds is typically a better card. But Bristly Bill is also tempting. There's an Emrakul. Emrakul is probably the most powerful card in terms, I mean, it's obviously on the battlefield the most powerful. But, like, potential for silliness with Through the Breach, sneak attack and stuff. There's also, they took out some of the cheaty stuff in this iteration of the cube, so it's a little bit less good. I'm leaning towards Bill or Birds. I think it's probably still just Birds. Even if we're trying to be aggressive, just ramping into your good 3s of any color. I'm a big fan of Bill, though. This pack is not like that great all around, so I don't know. Yeah, can't really go wrong with Birds. I think it's just stronger. We get Arwen, Wasteland, Chain Lightning, Unholy Heat, Evora. Evora's pretty good. Nice little trampler for cheap for the pump spells. Chain Lightning and Heat might be better. But there's a decent chance I wheel one of those since they're both in the pack here. Once again, though, the rest of the cards in this pack are not great. Like, we have Jace and Thassa's Oracle kind of doing a Chain Lightning Heat impression of just being like the same card, slightly different. And then like Wither Bloom, you know, like I don't know, there's like a Wasteland is good, but the rest of this pack's not all that great. It's probably just supposed to be Wasteland, but I kind of want to force this red-green list. So I'll take Evora. Ancient Tomb, solid here. I like Legolas's quick reflexes. Magda's pretty good too, as we saw. But I'll take a Tomb. Tomb's pretty good. A lot of good threes for like 2 in a red, 2 in a green. Hopefully we can wheel the reflexes maybe. Alright, red seems pretty open. Lightning Bolt, 5th pick here. There's also a Psychic Frog, though. I mean, I think the correct pick is probably Psychic Frog, regardless of our first 4. It's really strong. But I'm actually fine taking a Lightning Bolt, I think. Suplex is pretty cool, too. Yeah. Let's take a Bolt. You're supposed to take Psychic Frog there, I think. Not much of a doubt in my mind on that. But here we have Pest Infestation, Ursine Monstrosity. Once again, I'm going to take a card that I think is less powerful in Ursine Monstrosity. But really just because I want to force this Power Matters thing and see what's up. And I think Monstrosity goes in that a little bit better. But Pest Infestation is very strong. And depending on how open green is, there's a chance Monstrosity wheels. I would also like to have Stomping Ground, of course. But I think Monstrosity is good enough to take over it. Alright, there's the Krasis I was talking about. Yeah, I mean, I could play 3 colors. I do have a Birds. I kind of just want to take Thornspire Birds, though. Seems good. But yeah, I said I was doing the Power Matters, so let's take a card that was put in specifically for it. Curator would be good. Generous Ant would be good for 3 colors, but I could also just take Breeding Pool. I think that'd be a perfect follow-up to the Krasis. So I'll snag that. Underground Sea, Soul Cauldron, Binding. Soul Cauldron could maybe be good in this deck. I don't know. You're going to get into combat a lot, might lose some creatures, throw some counters around. Yeah, sure. Maybe not in the main, but alright, we wheeled the bill. That's a good sign. Pyrokinesis also strong. Not sure how heavy red we're going to be, though. Safekeeper is cool, but yeah, let's grab Bill. Reclaimer or Arwen? Arwen's pretty nice. I'm just going to take Soul Guide for the board, though. Alright, we wheel the reflexes. That's great. Portico, Exploration. There's a chance I play Portico. But I passed up the Arwen, so less of a chance. I'm going to take Exploration. There's some possibilities there. Yogwill and Tendrils, the last 2 cards. Storm's taking a beating. Alright. Pack 2, pick 1. We open a new one, Quantum Riddler. A truly new one. Not just to the cube, but to Magic in general. Pretty sweet card. We have Pyrogoyf, which I think I'm going to take here. We have a Mana Vault, a Berserk, which I hope wheels, and I think will wheel. Noble Hierarch, which would also be great to splash Krasis especially. And then a Tarmogoyf, which can get pretty big. So a lot of cards I'd like to take here. I mean, Mana Vault's very strong, and I'm sure I'll find things to play off of it. I mean, I already technically have things to play off of it, of course, but I just love Pyrogoyf too much. It's hard for me to pass that. I think I take Goyf and just try to wheel the Berserk. Yeah. Noble's really good there too. Honestly, I mean, if I was taking the cards I think are the best, I would try to wheel the Tarmogoyf and play Tarmogoyf Pyrogoyf and get that value and just take advantage of Tarmogoyf's inherent quality too. Now we have Dismember, which is great. We have a Tameo, not really in the Power Matters line of work, but still a good card. We have Faithless Looting, Kellen, Tireless Tracker. I think in this pack I would go with Tracker. Boseju's also good. Maybe it's Dismember though. Especially if I don't end up getting too much more red. Because we didn't wheel Chain Lightning or Unholy Heat. So right now I have Bolt, Reflexes, Goyf as removal. So Dismember could go a long way. Yeah, I'll take Dismember. I think it's just less replaceable. Misty Rainforest is probably a slam dunk here. As much as I would love to get some reps in with Auroroid, because I never open it in EOE draft, I think Misty Rainforest is just too good to pass here. I've already passed up on the Stomping Ground, but there's still a chance to get Taiga and the Surveil Land, Red-Green Surveil Land, and whatever else. The Triomes. Yeah, man, I hate passing Boroid, but I think it'll wheel. Green's been wheeling. It's double green. Cobra would be fine also, but yeah, take the fetch. Now we get a Llanowar Elves, Chainsaw, Gitaxian Probe, Pedal. I think I just take an Elf. Chainsaw's pretty good too, though. I mean, Bombardment's not terrible either, but yeah, let's just take an Elf. Underworld Breach, nice. Death Critters Champion, I really like. So there's a Savannah. Force of Vigor. That'll probably wheel anyway. Yuffie. I think I'd rather have Death Greeters. Now we get a Chariot, a Flame Tongue, Robber, Badlands. I think I'll opt for the 2-drop here instead of the 4. Just because it's easier to get 4s and 5s later, and you don't want as many of them. Although with with some mana dorks, I guess they get a little better. Chariot, I don't know. I do like Chariot, but I'm gonna go Robber. Bayou, Explorer, Oddity. Slam an Oddity, sure. Ooh, okay. There's Tifa, which is definitely a Power Matters card. There's a landfall thing. We got 1 fetch. It's good with Bill. Stuff like that. Krasis. But there's also a loot here, and I think loot is pretty sick. We're already trying to be teamer colors. That's tough. I do wanna try Tifa. I just feel like loot's better, and it still kind of fits the theme. No, I'll take Tifa. I'll stick to my word of forcing the Power Matters stuff. Now we take Berserk and go nuts. Like I said, I think the best card to take here is Noble, followed by Tarmogoyf, followed by Berserk. But I'm going to take Berserk to try to commit to this archetype here while it's open and available. And we are getting good cards for it. Release the cards you want, I think. City of Traders is pretty good. Gets the Goyf and these 3 drops out earlier. But I already have Tomb. I think Tomb is better. There's also a Tracker here. But I'm actually just going to take Boseiju. I think I'm going to end up with tons of playables here. So I'll take the nice utility land. And then, yeah, we get to slam a Boroid. Good third 4-drop. Passing on a Lotus Cobra. Take a Chainsaw now over Yavimaya. And a Force of Vigor for the board. Chariot, okay. Ice Till, I don't think I'm playing that. Pretty sweet card, though. It's definitely cool with Bill and Tifa, so it's possible it gets in. Okay, a blue-white fetch or a red-black fetch. Both potentially good. Flooded Strand we already know will be good with Breeding Pool. If I end up with a red fetch, Blessed Mire would also be good. I think I'm going to lean towards the Flooded Strand. And there's no green cards in this pack, which is kind of weird. But yeah, I think there are just also more things in white that we'd maybe want to splash than black. There's a Johnny here too, strong card. Memory Lapse is blue, but we're only going to be splashing blue, I think. And it's not really a card for this deck anyway, I think. Let's grab the Strand. Yeah. I mean, I could diversify a little bit since Rainforest is already a blue fetch. But I'm going to stick with my gut here. Take the Flooded Strand. Now we get a Windswept Heath. Mystic Confluence, Itali, Growth. There's a chance Growth doesn't wheel just because you can play it in any kind of creature deck. It doesn't have to be green. Ignoble Hierarch is pretty good here. We already have 2 Dorks. Bloodbreed Challenger would be nice. I'm not going to take the Growth. I think there's a pretty good chance it wheels. This is a good pack. We have Confluence, Wave, Judgment. 3 good lands really, but Itali if somebody's trying to play Reanimator. I don't know. It might not come around, but I'm going to try to wheel it. Yeah, I'm just going to take another fetch. I mean, we have Bill and Tifa. Nice green fetch. Okay, I mean, another fetch line would be great. But there's also Titania. I guess that could wheel. Would definitely play that, especially with now 4 fetches. I just want more duels, really. Yeah, I think there's a chance that wheels. Green Suns could wheel too. I don't think anybody else is heavy enough green to play Green Suns. So yeah, let's take a 4th fetch land. Now we get Traveling Chocobo. Pretty nice. Yeah, Nissa would be nice too, but I'll take the cheaper card, newer card. Test it out. Lumberjack also good. Pretty likely at wheels though, I'd say. Now we get Rancor or Territorial Kabu. Fabled Passage, also good. We already have a ton of fetches though. Galvanic Discharge, also good. But let's go Rancor. Let's just keep trying out these new ones. I mean, Rancor might wheel if green's still as open as it has been. Discharge is pretty good. Yeah, let's just make sure we get the Rancor though. Get everything. There's a Taiga, that's huge. Still a Reanimate and a Deluge in the pack and a Mind Twist. A lot of good black. Yeah, Questing Beast is great, but we already have a lot of good 4s. Taiga is just perfect here. 4 fetch lands. That, well, I guess Flooded Strand doesn't get it, but 3 of them get it. Now we get a Fanatic of Ronus, a Tursa, Umezawa's Jitte. Jitte is interesting. Tursa's good with Pyroglyph, specifically. Fill the Yard. Monstrosity. Evora, too. But Fanatic is just a nice one to jam out the big stuff. Jitte, of course, is great in general. I'll take the Tersa, I guess. Just get another good 3-drop for Ancient Tomb. Delighted Halfling, Sheltering Landscape, Copter. Kind of in for Copter. Show Off is interesting because it can get big, but we don't actually have that many non-creature things. Probably not playing Soul Cauldron in the main. I mean, I don't think another Dork would be crazy. We don't really have that many legends, but yeah, I guess I'll just take Copter. Copter's pretty good. I take Temple Garden, makes Flooded Strand another green source besides the Breeding Pool. But I think Haywire Might's a decent sideboard card. Alright, we wield the Mutagenic Growth. I think I'm just on principle, I'm gonna take it. Ignoble and Bloodbraid I think are significantly better here, but I'm gonna go all in on the power stuff. I mean, but Ignoble with Exalted, it still adds, I don't know, just inherently adds half a Mutagenic Growth. I'll still take it though. Alright. Titania, I think, is good enough, despite, like, we don't have a crazy combo with, like, Zurin Orb or Protector, but I think with 4 fetch lands, it's pretty sick. And I don't really need Green Suns for anything specific. So, I'll grab that, take a Nissa. Kavu's probably not making it in. Tamio and Razor Verge. Cool. Alright, we need to make like 2 cuts probably. It's a somewhat low curve. I mean, I have a lot of 3s, I guess. But a lot of 1s, a couple mana dorks. So this definitely has the potential to do some jank stuff. A land or bird you control entering. Nice. So that doesn't double trigger Titania. But it doubles Bristly Bill and Tifa. Also just plays lands off the top of your library, which is nice. I think it's worth playing. We do have another bird also, but it's not going to be triggering anything, I don't think. See, what I want for this deck is to somehow win with Birds of Paradise with, like, Mutagenic Growth and Berserk and Rancor. That would be ideal. I mean, I'm going to have 3 different land types, I guess, but I still don't think Kabu is going to be good enough. Probably... I mean, this is pretty strong. I think I can cut Chariot. I think I'm more interested in these 4s. I'll take like 1 more cut and then go with this. I mean, it could still be Nissa. Yeah, let's just cut the Nissa and go 16. Definitely don't need a swamp. Dismember messing up the land suggestions here. I could play an island for Flooded Strand, so it has something to get besides Breeding Pool. I could also just not play Flooded Strand, I guess, but it's so good with Bristly Bill, Tifa, and Titania. think I should play one island. I really wish I would have gotten another duel that it could get. But I hardly saw any duels. I passed a stomping ground. Oh, well, no, I guess I guess I did pass Temple Garden and Savannah that it could have gotten for green. That's true. I forget what I passed the Temple Garden for. I think it was maybe like Haywire Might. Probably not a good idea, but maybe we play against the artifact deck and we're happy about it. Anyway, I'll just play an island. I think it'll be fine. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 red. Yeah. Oh. That. 7. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's rumble. We got Soul Guide, Soul Cauldron, Haywire Might in the board. Force of Vigor. Oh, I was going to consider Ice Till. I don't think I'm going to play it, though. I probably should. Mills cards for our Graveyard Matters stuff. It's good with Titania. I probably should be playing it. Like, I know this is an aggro list, but I still can account for a lot of damage. I don't really know what to cut, though. Maybe just Tersa. But Tersa seems pretty good with Ice Till. It's also good at filling the yard. Discarding with Ibora. Man, I don't know. I mean, I want to play it. I just feel like my other 4s are better and more aggressive. I don't really want to cut these other things. Alright, let's just roll with this. I still have his day in a different deck. It's another case, too, where, like, I think it is probably better than one of the cards in this deck for sure. But I'm going to try to just do the power stuff. Although, you know what? I think that's a lie, because I think Ice Till actually secretly is a Power Matters card. Maybe not so secretly. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the oddity. We're gonna try the old Insect Scout. I mean, we have 4 fetch lands. We have Boseiju too. We can use it and then play it. Just getting like double lands for Tifa and Bill. Chocobo would be the dream, of course. Titania, like I think we have enough going on with it. I can cut an oddity. Especially because depending on what I have on the, like, oddity is better on an empty board usually, but depending on what I have on the board, I still could account for like way more damage than an oddity. Like if I have even just one of Bristly Bill, Tifa, or Titania out, I still becomes huge. And then if I have like multiples of either of those, it's pretty sick. Alright, we draw our island, which is not great, but it's okay, I guess. I'm going to keep this hand. On the draw, against turn 1 Urza Saga, which probably means they have a Mox, yep. Hopefully they don't have another one to fetch, I guess. I don't really have the option to keep Boseiju for what they've got going on, so let's just play it, play an elf, and then we'll try to go. I think I actually forego one of the counters from Bristlyville just so I can play 2 green things. See what they play though. I could also just play Bill, play Island, and then have Dismember up for their creature artifact thing. Monstrosity is also pretty good. Let's just play Bill. Get the land. If they kill Llanowar Elves, it's going to be kind of a regret. Because then I'll be somewhat bottlenecked on mana here. But I do have a use for the island, at least. See what they play here, though. Because if they go Urza, I want to be able to... Okay. I guess I'll go ahead and dismember now. Get a Soul Ring. Alright. Playing against Mox Soul Ring players. Back to back. Mox Diamond. Okay. Opponent's kind of going off here. Glad I killed one of the constructs at least. Alright. Power matters, eh? Draw a mountain. Opponent gets to draw a card off the clue. Drops the construct down to a 4/4, but it's probably fine for them. So I can play mountain, put Bill up to 4, put a ranker on it, make it a 6/4. It attacks through, but it just also trades, which is kind of a bummer. I could just go monstrosity plus drinker. And that way next turn we'll have some more distractions for their blockers. And maybe we can grow Bill. I don't feel great about this game though. 5 mana, 6 mana. It's a Cannoneer or like a Time Twister. Oh, that's also very good. So Construct's going to be huge here. Probably out of ranker range. I need to find removal for the Gadgeteer at some point before they combo off, unless it's already happening. I mean, they can draw a million cards here, so pretty good chance they find it. It's been a while since I've seen a good paradoxical outcome list. It definitely has one. Oh, God. Okay. If that's all they're doing, I guess I'll take it. Flooded Strand. Right after I lose my bill. So I'm forced to attack with Monstrosity. I think I equip Ranker to Robber. Just hold the land. For now, at least. So I can't level Drinker up to be able to attack. So probably have to chump with it, maybe. Reprieve. Okay. They block the Robber. They don't block the Robber. They block the Robber. Okay. Deal. Return the Ranker. Hmm. I think I play land. And I don't think I'm supposed to Ranker or level. Yeah, just pass. Battlesphere. Portal. I guess it's Portal. Oh, Ballista. Okay. It's exactly lethal. Cool. GG. Yeah, I mean, opponent has a sick deck. Soul Ring, Mox Ruby, so GG. Haywire Might can come in. I think Force, maybe. I don't really believe in Force very much. Until I see, like, Thopter Foundry. Although, I mean, they do have Gadgeteer combo, but once they actually get the combo out, it's like you can't really stop it. They just make infinite mana in response, and they still get to do all the stuff. I'll get the Might in here, though. All right. I could also do the whole thing of like just ignoring their thing on the draw, try to berserk them out, but I'll keep this. Lightning bolt. Okay. So Flooded Strand can't get a red source, so I guess I'll go Mesa, Death Greeters or something. Hope they don't have removal. I think I still go on the bill. I mean, if they have removal, it sucks, but could just get basic mountain so that my green fetchers can still get red. Yeah. Maybe that's dumb. Alright, I'm going for it. Force of will, okay. They pitch upheaval. They could have a flash creature, but I'm just going to attack with might. I just need to kill them before they start comboing off. GG. Turn 4 dub. Berserk putting in work. Yeah, I mean, I just get completely blown out if my opponent has any removal that game, but they didn't, so I didn't. Alright, we'll run it back. Might actually getting in some very necessary damage there. Alright, we got the landfall package. See if it works out. Keep drawing Flooded Strand and then drawing my Flooded Strand targets. Could be a disaster, but we'll see. Yeah. It was fun while it lasted, huh? Fun while it lasted, eh? Forest, go. You have 6 mana. I mean, maybe they don't have anything, but a lot of mana. You can just like hard cast Force of Will or something. All right, let's go, Billy. William. Stock up. Okay. Stocking up. Soul Ring, sure. Haywire Might. Part of me wants to Flooded Strand first, but just because I just know I'm gonna draw Breeding Pool if I don't. I just know that's what's going to happen. Let me go ahead and crank that Soldier Boy. Rank her up, this fool. Hit for 5. So next turn I have the option to Ice Till, but if I don't draw another land, there's no real reason to, because I can't double land with Flood of Strand. Something massive here. Looks like Ballista, I guess. No, this one's actually Portal. Okay. Alright. Bill's gone. That sucks. I guess I will play Ice Till now. Mm. I don't love milling cards to give them more Portal fodder, but oh my god. They get Pyrogoyf? Are you fucking kidding me? They get Pyrogoyf. 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 What the fuck? Okay, sure. At least they don't get Bill. This is stupid. This game sucks. What a mill. I mean, I know I have a lot of good creatures, but Jesus. And it's for exactly 4, too. Like, it couldn't just be a 3/4. I put a land in the yard, just grease the wheels for him. Memory jar. Okay. Cool. Okay. Get a forest. Hopefully don't get countered. Play Titania. I mean, if they have a counter spell, I'm just punching my screen and scooping. Last card is a counter. They could memory jar for a counter if they wanted to, but I'd be fine with that, I guess. Get the Heath. Heathcliff, Huxtable. Go ahead and crack it. And play an elf. Because why not? Alright. Opponent gets a memory jar turn. They also get to steal my Ice Till Explorer and or Bristly Bill. Which is rather annoying. But the Pyroglyph is vastly more annoying. Okay. That's some good stuff, but it's whatever. I don't mind losing it. It does fill the yard with more creatures, though, so that part of it is unfortunate. Also, just probably more types of cards, too, for the Goyf. Manifold Key for their mana vault. Key to the vault. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty likely to be able to dump their hand. They have a lot of mana. Play the Springs and pay the life. That's scary. You should have Upheaval. Am I getting heaved? I assume so. Don't know why else you'd pay the life there. Yeah. It's a Big Daddy heave, I think. Yeah, they're not tapping the artifact mana. Yep. Alright. I'll play it out. Oh, wait, no, I have to discard all these. Yeah, because they memory jarred. I don't remember what my other hand was, but I don't think I had any lands. Oh, and they have Gadgeteer too. Okay. GG. Yeah, you got me. Okay. No trophy, but we'll keep playing. I mean, that wasn't the fault of the Power Matters theme. I don't think that was just opponent had power and combos and stuff. That was pretty silly. I mean, they had what, like turn 2 6 mana. Like, you know, it happens. I even battled with Haywire Might, took out the Soul Ring, still just wasn't even close. That Goif though, like really though, I mean, despite their fast start, if they didn't hit exactly Pyrogoyf with that portal, I mean, well, with the mill, then I think I would have won. Or actually, no, that's a lie because I didn't actually get another. Wait, no, I didn't get another turn, right? Because they hit the Goyf. Yeah, they hit the Goyf and then because I never got to even consider attacking with Titania tokens. Yeah, I would have died anyway. Still sucked. Let's keep this. Hand looks pretty great up against red. So the elf may die. We have a 2-drop though. Alright, didn't die on my turn. It's a good sign. Copter. Okay. Let's jam Krasis. We got a 4/4 trample. And then we can go Death Greeters, throw a counter on the Krasis, make Death Greeters a 4/4, and hit for 1,000,000 if they don't have interaction. Like, I'm hoping they just play a 3-drop Crew Copter and then try to race. That would be ideal. Looks like they maybe have a Swords or Path, though, which kind of sucks. Oh, they get the extra exile. Exile Palace Jailer, okay. Discard Flage. And exile Lightning Bolt, okay. No blocks, take 4. You have the swords? No swords yet. Could also just Pyroglyph the Inti, kind of play it safe. But I came here to do Power Matters things. So that's what I'm going to do, by God. I mean, worst case scenario here, I get 4 damage in. Best case, I get, like, almost lethal. I guess I do get lethal. GG. 10 double strike. Turn 3 dub. I actually didn't realize that it was going to be lethal because I was still thinking 4. And I'm like, oh, it'll be a lot, but not lethal. We just 20'd them on turn 3. Pretty sick. I was thinking since they went mountain mountain that they were going to have a swords or path, but it was not the case. It's probably pretty likely that they have that in their deck though, because they were counting on like maybe inting into it. But we'll see. Okay. Uh red white. Don't really have much on the board for that. It's possible that like maybe Chariot filling the board with tokens is something better than something. I don't know. I think we're fine. That was pretty cool. I mean that's got to be like the dream, right? You know, you get Krasis down on turn 2, you get a double striker, you make a 5/5. I think that's kind of what you're aiming for here. This hand is pretty slow. We're on the draw, no removal except Goyf. But we have Berserk, Growth, Boroid, and Champion. I'm gonna keep and see what happens. And it's probably not responsible, but whatever. Draw Breeding Pool. On one land. Okay. They may have accidentally F6'd through their turn, I'm not sure. Arcanist. Okay. Flooded Strand. Mm. Part of me wants to wait, but I think I just get this out now and then play Boroid and get in for a chunk because I can play growth on it, make everything bigger. I'll probably only play growth on it if they're tapped out though. I have growth for lightning bolt. I can't really do anything about white removal, but I can save it with the growth also. See what they do here. They cast this for free, right? Yeah. I could save it, but then they just cast it again on Arcanist attack. So I'll just let it happen. Let's see if they bolt me. Or if they save it for a creature. Okay, looks like they're going to try to save it. I mean, I could Goyf it now. I could just play Flooded Strand, get Island, Goyf. Seems pretty good. So that adds another type. So now they don't get to redo their Lightning Bolt. I mean, it's only 3 damage to my face, but still something. Because I think I'd rather do this and play Boroid after I already have another creature out instead of just playing the Boroid by itself. There's the path. Magda. Okay. I'm not gonna growth yet. I don't think it's worth it with just the Boroid out. Opponent still has a lot of cards in hand because they've been missing lands. See if they send the Magda in for sacrifice. They oust the Boroid, okay. Yeah, could be in trouble here. Tifa. Okay, not a bad one. Save the land. I assume my opponent just has more removal though. Cathar Commando. Okay. So I can actually I think win next turn. Never mind. I was going to be able to win. Yeah, I kind of figured they had more removal. Hit me for 5, get another treasure. I'm definitely in trouble here. I guess I can Besage you. But I'm not blocking. Just wait. It does give them a land, unfortunately. But I think it's worth it. Like I think I can win. I mutagenic growth on the Boroid. Oh wait, I'm not drawing it next though, am I? No, I am. Okay, I'm drawing it next. They play Inti. They could also have more removal once I give them this land. I'm gonna pay the 2. Okay. Might be in the clear here. Alright, how do I do this? Play the Boroid. Play the growth on the Boroid. Becomes a 3/5. Is that nah? But I can't play a land then. I don't have a fetch. I think I messed. I didn't think about that. So I think I have to growth and berserk the Tifa. That's awkward though. I definitely don't get to win. Pretty far from that. So I guess I just growth the Boroid, throw some counters on, and then save the land for next turn. And just hope they don't have white removal again. So if I go on Tifa, it's a 3/4. Berserk up to a 6/4. Play land up to a 12/4. +1 is 13. Attack for 13. And the next turn, I'm kind of out of luck. Yeah, let's just do this. If it attacked, I'll just save that. Yeah, let's just put some counters on, pass. Yeah, I'll just pass. I'm at 14. It's not entirely unreasonable for them to just deal 1,000,000 damage to me. I think I can win next turn. Yeah, I mean, Opponent having 4 different white removal spells against my green deck. What are you going to do, you know? You get rid of the Boroid. I'll get rid of Tifa, sure. I guess. Still have a large fella. I can give it trample, but then I lose it at the end of the turn. Ah, there's the fetch. Oh god. Why did I draft this deck? So I can pump it to 8. It goes to 16. I attack. I assume they just take 16. Could also just let it go to 8 and attack. See if I can eat a creature. Or I can just eat a creature. Let them have Monarch for a turn. Damn it. I don't want to lose my Boroid. They have to run out of removal eventually, right? Hypothetically. Yeah, I could hit him for 15, but Berserk makes you sacrifice, so I'll go ahead and play the land. If I draw landfall stuff, I already have Arid Mesa, so not too worried about that. Just play my land, I guess. I take 7. It's possible I die. I guess I'd be taking 8, maybe. But they only attack with Jailer. I'll definitely have enough to kill them next turn if they don't hit removal. It's just a lot of eggs in one Boroid. Draw the Chocobo. Are you kidding me? You have a Solitude. Oh, unexpectedly absent. Dude, fucking 5 white removal spells. 5. 5. Alright, Chocobo. Monstrosity on top. God damn it. Okay. This doesn't block anything very well. Do we want Monstrosity on top? Not really. Beneath the top X cards, so it's 4 down. I don't have that much time. There, take 4, take 7. Go to 4. God damn it. Alright, go ahead. Okay. I was destined to lose that game. 1-1. Just run it back. I got nothing. I mean, that was crazy. I know my opponent was mana screwed. Like I had a slow start, whatever. Kept a slow hand. Got punished for it. But good lord, I mean, five white removal spells in their red white list. Like, couldn't be their burn spells. You know, lightning bolt got in some work too while I didn't have buffed creatures. Just very fortunate. But it happens. I've definitely been on the other end many a time. Sounds pretty good. Bloodstrand just loving to get into our opener. I don't mind it. Birdie, is this a ranker birds game? Probably not, but we'll see. Flame slash. All right, no Tursa for us. Flooded Stream, pass. Yeah, I mean, opponent's deck is also very good. It's I don't mind their deck being good. It was the fact that they had all of the removal was not damage based. When I know that they have damage based removal also, so that was the only annoying part. Yeah, the Tursa attack doesn't really do much here. I think I just go Bill into fetch land. Keep it away from a lightning bolt. Throw a ranker on it. It dies to everything they have white based though. Portable hole, everything. But I get the ranker back. Like, there's no risk to playing the ranker really. So I don't mind that aspect of it. It's just I have 2 lands in hand. They have 5 spells. So yeah, oust, sure. Sure. Got the crisis. Okay. Um. Yeah. So I'm drawing Bill next turn. I think I go Krasis into Tursa Ranker. Yeah, that's fine. No, because I'm going to want to play Bill. Just putting the Ranker on the Krasis when it already has Trample seems bad. Yeah, it seems bad. I mean, odds are it's going to die anyway, right? Gut. That's a good one. So you get to sack the cat, flip a Johnny, make a 4-1 menace. Yep. Gut, also really good with voice. Now they get to kill my Krasis with a Johnny, just have all the nut. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you play a deck with no removal, little to no removal. Actually, no, I take that back. I do have a lot of removal. I'm just not drawing it. And they're drawing every piece of their removal and combos and everything. But yeah, like I said, the opponent has a good deck also. Not just taking anything away from it. Certainly good. Yeah, I'm just so far behind. It's just like nothing I can do here. I'll show them what I was going to do. How about that? That's always fun. I had all this stuff I was going to do if you didn't play your removal spell for the 12th time. I can just make a token, slam something. Yeah. GG. All right. 0-2. I mean, I don't think the deck's actually performing that poorly. We're just getting unlucky. But just like slightly unlucky. It's not like abysmal. It's just little things here and there. Happens in Vintage Cube. It's also possible I'm not playing perfectly either, so. Mulligan. Yeah, keep this. Probably just bottom the Boseiju. Mesa does not get a blue source, unfortunately. But I think I still bottom the land and just hope that it's not a glaring error. Oh, actually, Mesa only gets mountain. I didn't think about that. Whoops. I don't actually have double green now. And I don't have blue. Whoops. Remember what I said about maybe I'm not playing perfectly? Yeah, it's going to be an artifact. They play fucking Soul Ring. After I get rid of Boseiju into Lava Spur Boots, into Chromatic Star. They're just playing like blue artifacts. I get rid of Boseiju, my second green source. Yeah, whatever. And they dump their hand so I can't robber them. Good God. Yeah, this draft. The draft itself, like the deck is pretty sick. I think this is one of the better Power Matters like creature decks you can get. Like it's I would say top tier, borrowing power, of course. It's like top tier creature Power Matters deck that they put the archetype in here for. Like almost 10 out of 10, like I said, minus power in terms of like what the archetype is supposed to be. The games have been so abysmal. Like my opponents are just going off like insane. Like look at this. Tolarian Academy, Soul Ring, 4 artifacts. Like this is turn 2. I will say what I have to show for it is I got to 20 my opponent with Krasis and the double striker on turn 3. So granted, I did get that, but like that red-white opponent was insane. I was like 4 turns in a row. I'm like, okay, I can win next turn. Okay, I can win next turn. Okay, I think I can win next turn. And they just know white removal, white removal, white removal. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Minsk and Boo. Tolarian Academy, Minsk and Boo. Yeah, no problem. Fucking hell, man. This is turn 2. Sometimes, you know. Draw wins up teeth. Okay. I mean, that's a way to play Krasis, but it's not gonna help me here. Um, let's see. This doesn't have trample. Okay. I go to 10, I go to 6. I can't even attack Minsc and Boo. Fuck. Okay. I just have to pass. And I hope that they... I mean, I actually kind of hope that they minus, even though it helps them draw a million. Or no, I would just kill Boo in response to the minus. I think they're going to plus, though. I think it makes more sense to plus. So if I dismember. They can also put the counters on the germ if they want, but that one doesn't have trample, so I doubt that they'll do that. Unless they also have removal for robber, maybe. Because germ has haste now, so that allows them to put the counters on. What the fuck? Okay. Mox Opal doing work here. I guess they're much more green than just a random Minskin Boo. I mean, Tracker's obviously good with Academy. But I can't kill it here. Equip the Tracker, sure. I think I'm dead now because I guess I have to take 4. And then I'm just dead to the Minskin Boo. See how they attack, though. Yeah, they attack with both. Okay. Go to 2, go to 1 off the Mesa. Bristly Bill. That's not going to help. Alright. GG. Opponent had an insane turn there. What can you do? They go Academy into Minskin Boo. Like, alright. So Haywire Might, I guess, comes in. Force could also come in. I mean, they do have Academy, so their artifacts are pretty valuable. But I don't really like sideboarding in Force on the play. I'd rather just keep all my aggressive stuff in, try to kill them before they can do their thing. Maybe I'll bring it on the draw if we win. I don't mind the Might as much, though. It's a lot cheaper. You can actually get in for damage, too. I think I'll just cut, like, Tersa or something. I don't know. Let's go first. Looks fine. Copter and Evora, pretty good combo. I think I will get. I mean, usually against Academy, you don't mind taking damage, but if they're playing Minskin Boo, Tracker, and shit. I mean, that was kind of an anomaly of a game. I doubt they're going to be able to be that aggressive, typically. It's Breeding Pool or Basic Forest. I'm actually not sure which. Because taking Breeding Pool out reduces the number of Flood Strand targets we have, and I also have to take damage without actually having our single blue card. So I think I just get Basic Forest. Play the Drinker and pass. And then I think I'll get in with Evora first and then Copter. Because Evora has a better chance of being able to attack earlier. I can attack with Copter later usually. There's the Flooded Strand. So I still have Basic Island and Breeding Pool in the deck. Makes it another green source. But I think I'm going to go Evora. Also uses the red for whatever that's worth. Probably not that much. Okay, they have all 3 colors. Legion Extruder, that's annoying. Go for the Drinker, makes sense. We draw a Breeding Pool, okay. kind of annoying. Yeah, at this point, I think I just ditched the Flooded Strand, really. I have a blue source. Sage's not bad. I'm going to go ahead and play the Breeding Pool because there's a pretty good chance I end up discarding this mountain, so I'd rather keep that than the land I know I'm going to play. Go ahead and take my lumps. Talisman of Conviction into Lava Spur Boots. And no land, okay. Rancor. I mean, I guess I just attack with Copter. No, I should just attack with Evora because I can throw Rancor on it. No, let's loot first. Billium. All right, I'm gonna do something possibly silly and just go aggro here. I know Evora already has trample, but I'm just gonna get maximum damage here. Yeah, I'll draw, I'll discard Titania. Hit for 10. Another blood token. Alright, that was a good turn. Hopefully don't get nailed by something here. They didn't have Academy last turn, so I highly doubt they have it this turn. Unless they just ripped it. And I'm threatening lethal plus Pyroglyph. Get something out of the way, maybe. If they kill Evora, I get Rancor back. I can throw on the Bill. Or the Copter if need be. I do like Rancor in the cube. It's a cool one. Let's green be more aggressive. I think I like it better than the tricks. Rancor's just good, clean fun. Not nearly as glass cannony. Tinker. So looks like it's gonna be a portal. But I have Goyf for 3 damage. Crew up Copter. So if it's just a portal, we're fine. Oh, I mean, I can also win through this. Goyf. Getcha. GG. Okay. We got the game. Opponent has Tinker to be afraid of. I guess that has to be what they drew, right? Or no, because they played Talisman the turn before, so they were missing a land. So they probably already had that. Force of Vigor doesn't help against Blightsteel, but it can blow up other artifacts. I should probably bring it in. think I just got like Chocobo, seems to be the most pie in the sky card. Alright, hand seems okay. Not a bad draw. You have to hope they don't have Soul Ring into Minskin Boo again. So, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to keep Elves up to keep Quick Reflexes up. They didn't, I don't think they showed much in the way of interaction. Talisman, so this could be a quick Tinker. But I don't think it's worth blowing up the Talisman. I just have to take my chances, I think. Hexproof and Reach, okay. I mill Ice Still, bummer. It's okay. Wasn't really going to be that great in this spot anyway. Alright. Please don't Talisman me, or please don't Tinker me, I mean. I just don't think it's correct to Boseiju. If I knew for a fact they had Tinker, I probably would, but like giving them another land and wasting a turn essentially just doesn't seem great for me. I have Dismember, so if it's Blightsteel they're going for, I can actually survive a turn through that and still progress my own board. The only problem is if they Blightsteel, I have to attack Ursun Monstrosity into it, and I lose a big momentum swing there. Okay, Saga into Mind Stone into, oh god, Oko. Okay, well, kind of wish I kept up reflexes, but they're just making a food. Okay. Interesting. Uraboroid. Also interesting. Target creature. Okay, so I can't hit planeswalkers with the ability. I only have 5 mana, so I can't bill plus Boroid. I should probably Boseiju the Saga. But I don't get to play Boroid if I do that. I mean, I can play through a Saga token. This is tough, though. This is going to be a 4/4 at the very least. Plus that. If I flip a non-creature, Yeah, let's just go for this. I'm not going to play the land yet. Okay, we hit land. That's good. Oh, it has to attack a player? Ah, man. Wow, okay. Has to attack a player. Well, now I want to keep reflexes up. Yeah, I'm just going to play it. Keep the reflexes going. Also dismember if it's relevant. They didn't play Tinker last turn, so I'm just going to have to bank on them not having it. Oh, shit. Here we go. Preordain into Tinker Portal. Womp womp. Man, that sucks. Monstrosity has to attack an opponent. They're at 13 at least, so they can't fool around too much. But one top, one bottom. They make a construct on their turn. Why would they do it on their turn? They don't have Tinker mana anymore. Oh. That's not going to work. I see why they did it now. Okay, Force of Vigor is kind of nice. Okay, I guess I just do that. I can't play Champion. So I guess I just hardcast it. Kill that, kill that. Alright, GG. Scrounged up 50 play points. I, I was probably killing them for a lot there. They were at 13. I think I had like 20 damage, but I didn't realize it at first, so I kind of slow rolled a little bit on accident. It's been a long day of Magic. I think I've streamed for a total of like 6 or 7 hours, so a lot of staring at the screen, looking at cards. I kind of want to do another draft just because I've got, cube fever on day one. I'm also a little disappointed with that deck because it was really like it was such a good version of the archetype. But I'll be content with my 20 damage on turn 3 game. That'll be the highlight. But yeah, I mean, I think this is exactly what you want out of this deck. Can't really ask for much better. We just had an opponent that played 5 white removal spells in a row on a board state where any of the red removal spells would be completely useless, and they just happened to draw every single one of their good ones. But like I said in the game, that player's deck was also really good just overall. Like they had a Johnny Gut combo, they had Palace Jailer, they had a lot of really good white and red creatures, plus just tons and tons of removal in general. Like they had Lightning Bolt, Flame Slash, all the 5 removal spells we saw. I want to say they had another thing that I can't think of, but whatever. Maybe they had another card. Anyway, I think that'll be it for today. I have a lot more streaming to do tomorrow. Got No Money Magic in the morning. If you're interested in Edge of Eternity's draft, that's a free to play thing I do on Arena. Edge of Eternity's draft, standard, grinding, up the ladder. We're almost to mythic in both. We're platinum tier 1 and standard in ranked. Constructed, that is, not just standard, but that's all I've been doing is playing standard. And then on the limited side, I was tier 1 with a couple pips in. Then I had a bad draft, drop down to tier 2 again, but still within like 1 or 2 drafts of mythic, hopefully. But yeah, if you have any interest in that, tune in the morning. But yeah, until then, take care, and I'll see you next time.